And here we are, 840 days we've waited, but the AJ Bell Women's Tour is ready to roll out from beautiful Bicester here for stage one. Nina Kessler on the outside, Clara Caponi is there as well, Sarah Roy, long drawn out sprint here, but it's Nina Kessler of Tibco Silicon Valley Bank that tries to come through there, takes that one. Damie Vollering in that purple jersey there of Team SD Works gets herself up there, and Damie Vollering, super talented rider, what a season she is having. She could be a big favourite for this race as it goes on. There's confirmation of your sprinter column. Nina Kessler takes it from Sarah Roy and Damie Vollering. Janneke Ensing though looking for maximum points over the first climb of the Queen of the Mountains of the day with 59.2 to go. She takes that. We'll look back down the road here. It's the Canadian national champion here of Alison Jackson that comes through. Damie Vollering very vigilant as well. Damie Vollering and the French national champion of Evita Musique right on the back there. Going to sit second in the best young riders classification in the Women's World Tour. This is your confirmation. So Janneke Ensing takes 6 points ahead of Alison Jackson, who takes 5. Damie Vollering very vigilant up there. Elise Chabet, Evita Musique, and then Anne Santesteban, the teammate of Ensing, leads the peloton over and takes 1 point. 3, 2, and 1 points. Consoni though sprinting for the top. So Chiara Consoni, you wouldn't expect anything less. So she takes maximum points ahead of Marcus as the rain just starts to fall.
You see, as soon as Chiara Consoni makes that acceleration, her turn of speed, so it shows that the form is there, she has good legs. But for many riders, especially the British riders, they'll be loving this rain starting to fall. Elise Chabet in a battle there with Janneke Ensing for some points in the Queen of the Mountain, Marty.
And there's confirmation of the result. Consoni takes maximum points, Marcus second, and Elise Chabet, the Swiss rider for Canyon SRAM, takes third. Campbell, such a talent, swings off the front now, but Kessler on the front for Tibco Silicon Valley Bank. Roy is there, Alison Jackson comes up as well, but Kessler on great sprint form here today. Nina Kessler takes a second sprint of the day, and importantly, she's targeting that Iceberg Sprints jersey as well. Short, sharp slopes here of Sibford Ferris. Vollering just stretching that gap. You can see Liana Lippert, Amy Peters, Joss Loudon coming up as well on those blue colours of Drops Lecole. Vollering goes over the top, takes maximum points there, but she's causing some damage in that peloton behind. The cracks are starting to open.
With less than 13 kilometres to go, really the teams, they need to start to organise the chase. They know how dangerous Damie Vollering is, and they can't give her an inch on the road.
There's your confirmation. Vollering takes 3, Loudon and Lippert 2 and 1 points. It's such a skill for a sprinter to be able to surf the wheels and work off all the other lead outs. The peloton splits round that roundabout and they've come together. Big crash on the left there. It's taken down quite a few riders. Looking from that aerial shot there, Alison Jackson, I can see the Canadian champion, and they're already through the Flamme Rouge. You got Chloe Hosking, second wheel, Leah Kirschman now, 200 metres to go. Clara Caponi, Marta Bastianelli also well up there. Damie Vollering is there, but Chloe Hosking now is the first rider to make a move. The Aussie for Trek Segafredo. Caponi right there on the wheel. Is it going to come down? But Marta Bastianelli at the last moment. Marta Bastianelli just punches a hole through that gap. Bastianelli, the Italian for LA BTC Ljubljana, times it to perfection and takes stage one. And let's just take you through this. So one side of the peloton went one way, and you just saw the way they came together there, Hannah, out of that roundabout. That's always the danger, isn't it?
You have that coming together of the two sides of the roundabout. Chiara Consoni, the rider, just touching shoulders as they make that junction, and they just had nowhere to go.
And Alison Jackson, the Canadian national champion, came into this race as a real pre-race favourite in that red and white jersey, has also gone down.
Looks like British champion Alice Barnes as well, who was coming up with a lot of speed, was also involved in that. Liana Lippert involved there, the silver medalist from the European Championships. 3 riders from Team DSM, Marty.
They were just getting that lead out organised, but right into the finish. Chloe Hosking on the front there for Trek Segafredo. Caponi of FDJ in those white and blue. But this is the moment. Look at the way Bastianelli just finds her way out. This is what she does best.
It is, the 34-year-old former world champion. She just finds that gap, showing her experience. And when the gap opened from Clara Caponi, she took it with both hands.
Confirmation of the result of stage 1. Marta Bastianelli won it from Chloe Hosking and Clara Caponi. Shayla Gutierrez was 4th, Eleanor Cicchini 5th, and Hannah Barnes finished 6th. So Marta Bastianelli wins the opening stage of the 2021 AJ Bell Women's Tour. And she was back on the podium to receive the Sigma Sport points jersey. The first holder of the Skoda Queen of the Mountains green jersey is Damie Vollering of Team SD Works. Nina Kessler of Team Tipco Silicon Valley Bank leads the Iceberg Sprints competition. But no doubt who the day belonged to, the leader of the AJ Bell Women's Tour after stage 1 is LABTC Ljubljana's Marta Bastianelli. In the general classification, Bastianelli has a 4-second advantage over Chloe Hosking and Nina Kessler. Clara Caponi is at 6 seconds, just ahead of Sarah Roy. Alison Jackson and Damie Vollering with a group of riders, including Hannah Barnes, at 10 seconds.